this is not where we start. This is where we're heading to. No Shame has levels, and by the end, we're gonna arrive at the final creature, final boss of No Shame. It starts with the classic idiot who gets on a plane, train or bus or any public seat, and immediately they start taking off their shoes because they're tired. Go home and rest. Don't become a foot model in public like everyone bought tickets to your ankle campaign. You take this confidence that is foot on the seat, foot near the windows, and toes are creeping away into the armrest area like they paid for premium access. And there's always somebody defending it. Such as, oh, maybe they had a long day. Everybody had a long day. That's why public transport looks like a depressing aquarium. The difference is that most people don't turn shared fabric into a crime scene. And there is an entry level to No Shame. It's just the tutorial mission that you get on with the first sign that someone thinks public space is their bedroom. Then the body starts spreading. Somebody's gonna sit down, pull out a brush, and start doing full strokes in public like they're backstage at a horse competition. It's not just one quick fix. It's proper brushing, elbows moving, head tilted, hair floating around, while everybody nearby pretends they're not even being lightly seasoned by a stranger's scalp. This one looks harmless for half a sec, until you realize that person is slowly distributing themselves around the room. You've got hair on seats, hair on floor, hair stuck in the brush, pulled out, inspected, rolled between fingers, and then abandoned somewhere like the city requested your free DNA sample. Public spaces are already disgusting enough. They don't need scalp confetti to be added to the ecosystem. Then another level to this, when your tools come out of your pocket. Now we crossed everything into forensic evidence. That little click from nail clippers in public is a curse sound. It's a SFX that nobody wants to hear. You hear it once and the whole room changes the vibe instantly. Everybody knows what happened, has just removed a piece of their body and launched it into society like a tiny unpaid intern. And that is not an accident. Nobody trips and fall into a manicure. You bought those clippers, which means somewhere in that skull of yours, there is a decision-making process, which is made out of entirely wet cardboard. And the excuses that I hear are always pathetic. Maybe they didn't have time. Maybe they were in a rush. Well, I can tell you that I've seen diarrhea that is more consistent than an argument. And if you thought that's disgusting, I've seen the same behavior that gets upgraded by your location. You've got airport lounges that already feel like humanity is being tested in a warehouse. Everybody is tired, overpriced, dragging luggage, and they're trying to keep atoms of their patients alive. Now, this is not a moment for you to start trimming yourself like you're preparing for a beach holiday inside the terminal. Nail clipping at the airport feels insane because this is so planned. Since you are surrounded by toilets, empty corners, waiting areas, and a whole building design around for you to kill your time. Yet somehow you chose this activity, which is body maintenance, beside strangers eating from a paper bag. Then, when you get to the plane, you've got toenails on those planes, and that is where I start losing respect for this evolution. A sealed cabin with recycled air, people eating, somebody's trying to sleep, and one passenger decides the sky needs clipping sounds, not hands, feet. That click hits differently when it's a toenail. You know it came from a darker place, and you know it also traveled with you. Now we reach the final boss, which is foot scraping in public. This is not someone being tired. This is not fixing something quickly. This is a full-on project. You chug your foot up, tool active, skin involved, witnesses that have just trapped nearby, and a face so calm, you think she booked the carriage for a private treatment. That's what makes this clip so vile. The peace, the focus, the full containment to turning public transport into a mobile foot clinic that is run by Satan's auntie. She's not rushing nor hiding. She's just scraping away like a heel has a deadline, while everybody else is sitting there with the facial expression of people watching humanity lose a court case. And she carries on like it's completely normal. This is the final boss of society that has evolved. The behavior hasn't been unchecked. And you think that hairbrushing was polluting, nail clipping and hair clipping, but this This is a woman bringing hardware to remove part of herself in public. Somebody will still defend it online as usual because the internet always has that one keyboard warrior with soup for brains. Nobody needs to sand their foot in public transport. That is not a need. That is a symptom. This is public filth with accessories. And acting confused when everybody looks disgusted at them or even tells them off. They know that most people won't say anything because people will often stare, suffer, move, see, text a friend, maybe even film it. No shame wins. So bring back the shame. Not a soft little conversation, not boundaries workshop. Fuck off. Shame. That's what you need. Shame. The useful kind that is seen in villages. Keep your shoes on, brush your hair at home, and clip your nails in the bottom of whatever place you keep, but do it at home. Keep your feet away from strangers. And if your grooming routine creates dust, debris, flakes, clippings, or trauma, just do it behind a locked door like a normal disaster. The rest of us are trying to get through the day without being exfoliated by strangers. Have shame, just for once, for your immune system.